Hi, and welcome to another edition of Healthy Eats. Today we're going to make some fried rice, and it's curried pineapple fried rice. Our first step I've already done. You take about one medium onion, chop it up, and saute the onion. A little bit of oil in there, and cook it for 5 minutes until it's tender. So now the next step we do is we're going to add some cashews. This is a half a cup of cashews chopped up. I did those in the food processor. We'll stir those in. And the peas. A lot of the ingredients are going in right now. Pepper, it's red pepper. So we'll scoop that in there as well. Lots of flavor going into this recipe. There's cilantro, pineapple. Okay, so the red pepper, ginger, calls for, I already had this grated up from a recipe I did the other day. So again, I put that in the food processor. I didn't peel it at all. And we need about a tablespoon of this. So we'll throw that in there. Also a little bit of garlic. I didn't have that out. I'll go to the fridge real quick. And I use this minced garlic. It's just a real easy thing to do, as you can get. And then you don't have to do so much chopping. Put in a tablespoon of this as well. A tablespoon of curry powder. I buy in bulk. See what I mean by the flavors? And a little bit of salt. Himalayan, I've been told, is the healthy way to go. And we stir this up. And we're going to cook this for a couple of minutes. Okay, and then we're going to stir in the rice. Now the rice was already made. They talk about using leftover rice that's cold. In this recipe it says, you know, fried rice is always best made with cold leftover rice. With warm rice it just gets mushy. So I cooked that up, and we're going to be throwing in a couple of cups of that. Now while this is cooking for a couple of minutes, I'll mention a couple of things. We will also be adding tofu to the recipe. I recommend that you buy non-GMO tofu. Tofu and corn are the most genetically modified foods that there are. And also, I wanted to show you my new gadget. We'll do that in just a minute. We're going to stir in the rice, and then we have to cook for about 5 more minutes. So here's my cold rice, leftover. I use brown rice, and that's what the recipe does call for. It's just a healthier option. So I know a lot of fried rice recipes are with the white rice. So we want 1 more cup. So we're going to cook that for a few minutes. It says stir occasionally until browned. So while that is cooking and getting browned, let me show you my new gadget. I went online and Googled herb stripper. I have one on my scissors. It just doesn't work real well. Okay, so it's just a real simple little gadget, and it's got 4 different holes depending on how big your stem is. And this is cilantro here. I knew I needed something like this a few weeks ago. I was making a wheatberry Waldorf salad, and it called for 3/4 of a cup of parsley. And it's like, okay, there's got to be something. So you just pull through, and then you, whoopsie, get your parsley and chop it up. Again, I use the food processor, which is a lifesaver with some of these things to chop up. Alrighty, so still cooking this in there. Oh, one other thing I wanted to mention too is after you strip the leaves off of your stem, whether it be parsley or cilantro, both parsley and cilantro are cleansing foods. So I save the stems and I throw them into my smoothies, along with, because you want to take it easy on the fruit. So I throw in some parsley, spinach. If I have cilantro around, I throw that in as well. And that will be another day. We'll maybe do some smoothies. Show you my smoothie recipe. Now, let's see. This recipe, I think it would be good with, I think it'd be great with eggs, and also with fish, but, whatever. You'd probably go with anything, but it's, like I said, it's good. Look at these flavors. We've got cilantro. We're going to have pineapple, curry, So lots of different things. It's got some nice color to it as well. Alrighty, so that's lightly browned. Now we stir in the pineapple. Here we go. And tofu, which you try to drain it as much as you can. Sometimes I use a nice clean towel, kitchen towel, and just press the tofu between it. And this is then chopped up. So there's plenty of protein in this as well. Oh, as a matter of fact, okay, now we need to cook just a sec here for 3 minutes. So while it's cooking, okay, per serving, 373 calories. Oh, this makes 4 servings, so quarter of that. 12 grams of protein. That's a nice hefty amount. 42 grams of carbs, that is too actually. And 18 grams total fat, 3 grams are saturated. 6 grams of fiber, and 4.49 milligrams of sodium. So the recipe, can you see that all right? Calls for 2 tablespoons of oil, then you put the onion in there, 1 onion, half a cup of cashews, a half a cup of frozen peas, 1 red pepper, a clove of garlic, a tablespoon of fresh ginger minced, a tablespoon of curry powder, 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt, 2 cups of the rice, and then 8 ounces of pineapple. It calls for pineapple chunks drained from juice, canned ones, but you could use fresh as well. 8 ounces of firm tofu, drained and chopped, and 1/4 of a cup of finely chopped cilantro. All right, so the last step here, we've got it heated through. Stir in the cilantro, adding even more color to this. I've made this before and it is really good. Some of the recipes I share with you I have never made before, but check that out. So, can you take a taste of that? It's going to be a little bit hot. Really good. Delicious. So, curried pineapple fried rice. Thank you for watching.